All right, we are going to call the meeting to order, but before we do that, we're going to have a moment of silence. Larry Ford, one of our residents, passed away last week, so we're just going to have a moment of silence. His wife is still here, right? Yeah. So, anybody wants to read
You have to
out
speak into the mic, nobody can hear you. You have to cross through.
Did you push the button in the back?
That's okay.
But I didn't do it today. As I said, we're going to have a moment of silence for Larry Ford. I don't know if many of you know this, but Larry Ford actually sang on with the Gaither group. He was quite a regular with the Gaithers, if you're familiar with them. Big TV guy. All right, so we are here. It is December 17th, 2025. We are at the clubhouse for the Pine Ridge Condo Association meeting at 4801 Lakeside Club Boulevard, Fort Myers, Florida. And we're going to go ahead and get started with our meeting tonight with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Brian, will you take roll, please?
I'll be happy
Good to see you, buddy.
to. Bill England,
Here.
Andy Levin,
Here.
Michelle Campbell,
Here,
Debbie Kite.
she's on the. Sharon.
Sharon Osborne's here.
Sharon,
Patrick is out.
Yeah, Patrick is absent.
Patrick is absent.
Yep. He's the empty chair next to you.
Well, he could have been on the phone.
He's in the islands. He's not on the phone, trust me. All right. Eric, proof of notice, please.
Yes, it was noticed properly.
Do we want the minutes from the previous meeting read, or are we going to waive the minutes?
Make a motion. I'll second the motion.
All right.
Somebody move.
Yes, Deb and Sharon. We will waive the meeting, the reading of the meeting minutes. I think it's going to be a quick meeting tonight, so. Eric, would you like to give us your manager's report?
Yes. And I want to try to be brief tonight. I'm a little bit under the weather, so bear with me. Some news that I just found out today that I don't know the details on, but there may be some action on the land to the south of us. Hopefully be finding out some more details in the next few days. When I know what the deal is or what's going on, I will let everybody know. Okay, but I'm talking about the land right behind us to the south. So
That will be discussed later on
Yeah.
if need be,
I
okay?
just want to let you know what I know. That's exactly how much I know about it. So we've got a water main leak on the main boulevard. I don't know if you saw all the flags and stakes up there. Lee County is going to be in here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. to start to dig that up and repair it. We're hoping it's Lee County's problem and not our problem. It looks like it's Lee County's problem, but we're not going to know until they do their thing tomorrow morning. The people in 4781 and those buildings around that area, your water may be interrupted while they're working on it. So, and they told me they're going to be here around 8. So do whatever you need to do before 8 a.m. because it's going to be off for probably a couple hours at least, okay? The road work on Orange River is continuing. They're making progress. They've got part of the sidewalk in. It looks pretty good. Just be really safe, be really careful coming in here, especially in the afternoons. I see the way it's lined up. In fact, don't even go out at that time of day if you can't, if you don't have to, but be really careful. They worked in front of our entrance and they're going to be coming back doing more work in front of our entrance. It's getting our tires a little dusty, I can see, but you know, we got to bear with it. As soon as they usually send me the information that they're going to send out to the public a day or two before it goes out. So as soon as I get it, I will send it out to you guys so you know right away what's going on. But I know they follow it up and do notify you guys individually. But since we get it ahead of time, we can let you know. So we've got some fire alarm maintenance going on. They're going to start on Friday. Specifically, the building we need to work on is 4701. But there's some stuff in other buildings too. But people in 4701 should be aware that we're going to be working on the fire alarms, and they may even need to access some of the units in order to address the problems. So if you're home, you'll be home. If you're not home, I will accompany them into your condo, okay? The condo buildings, the floors are being scheduled for a soft wash that we do, a scrub and soft wash. We do it twice a year. They're getting back to me with the date that it's going to begin, and we will put that out as soon as we have the date. And I just want to quickly go over this stuff for the annual meeting. The beginning of the packet is going to have a letter that says, enclosed you will find the annual meeting packet for the upcoming Pine Ridge annual meeting. This packet includes important information and materials for you to review in advance of the meeting, including the agenda and proxy form. And enclosed is a stamped proxy return envelope. You return your proxy in, and the postage is provided. If you're here and you're going to hand deliver your proxy, do not seal the envelope because it has a forever stamp on it, and we reuse them next year. So like this year, we used 100 envelopes from last year, so that was good. And that's why we use forever stamps on those, because they don't, they change the price every year. This year, 3 board of directors positions are available, and we received 3 candidate intent to run forms from the incumbent board members: Michelle Camp, Andy Levin, and Bill England. So you guys are still on the board. You're stuck with me here for another 2 years. Since the number of candidate matches the number of open seats, an election is not required pursuant to Florida law. As a result, meet the candidates night canceled, election committee canceled. We'll see you all next year for those 2 events. Okay.
Right.
On the proxy, there's 2 new items that you haven't seen before. The first one is talking about the walk path extension that we've talked about over the year and over the years. The walk path extension is to better connect access from the path and the lake to Sailview Court. Currently, some residents and guests ride through the grass or cut in between buildings to reach the lake. Extending the path will create a safe designated route and prevent damage to the grounds. The estimated cost is $20,000. So you guys need to vote whether you think that's a good idea or not, and approve or deny. Then the second one is an update to the condominium declaration, increasing the amount of money the board has to use for capital improvements. Currently, the board's limit for capital improvements is $10,000 in a year, and we're proposing changing it to $25,000. So take a moment, carefully review the materials. It's extremely important that everyone, even if you're coming to the annual meeting, we want to get your proxy because we like to get those votes in writing. And we need to have at least 232 votes to even have the annual meeting. And then 2/3 of those votes have to be yes for these items to be approved, okay? So you have some meeting notices. And then when it gets to the proxy part, this is what we need you to turn in. Question 1 is a tax revenue question. That's every year. But questions 2 and 3 are the 2 items I just talked about. They're going to be outlined in Exhibit A and Exhibit B, which are the pages that follow the proxy. Exhibit A is going to be a map and a description showing you what the walk path would be, okay? And Exhibit B is the exact terminology that the declaration would be changed. And it shows with 10,000 crossed out and 25,000 underlined. That's the change. So anybody has any questions about voting, filling out the proxy, or anything like that, do not hesitate to see me and I will help you. Absolutely, okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eric. Mr. Bill,
Ma'am?
you have a treasurer's report for us?
Yes, I do. First of all, I want to welcome everyone here tonight. I'm glad we turned out a pretty good crowd at first. I didn't think we was going to have very many people at all here, but glad you showed up. As we close out the year, I'm pleased to report that the association's treasury remains stable and in good condition. Last month, following the mailing of the proposed budget to the membership, the association received an updated reserve study. And because of this new information becoming available later than what we had anticipated, the board amended the proposed budget to reflect the most current and accurate reserve funding amounts. What it did, it changed the reserve probably around $100 or something. It went up. But on the positive side of that, working with that, your dues went down about $1. So
It'll be about $1 less than what?
yeah, so it didn't help much, but you've got $1 if you want to send it to your grandchildren or something. So, but it's better than going up one. So, and despite these amendments, the proposed condominium fees will remain. It says it's about the same as originally presented, but actually it went down about $1. This reflects the association's continued commitment to responsible financial planning while maintaining stable costs for our members. Thank you for your continued support and participation in the financial operations of our community. Thank you. Oh, one other addition to that. On the other side of that, the reserve went up like $100, but that doesn't affect anything on basically our side. It's making the money any less.
On the way in, I made copies of this budget summary page, and this will show you what your dues will be. And almost across the board, it's $1 less than what we mailed out, but it's actually funding our reserves more. So it was important that we do this to follow everything exactly.
So there's a copy on the table for everybody to pick up. And can we email it out to everybody else? or-
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna actually put this into a frequently asked questions format where it'll show your address. We can send that out there.
I apologize for that. We got that thing in late. We couldn't get it in the mailing in time, so we give it to you now. But like I said, it's no bad news. It's just good news.
Question, Michelle, the invoices for the new,
Speaking of the mic. Yeah. Sorry.
sorry, the invoices for the new quarter, first quarter, will they be sent out? People will receive them to see the change?
Yeah, now that the budget's been, or assuming that the budget gets approved, tomorrow morning, we'll send that out.
We should know within a few days.
Where do we stand on, anybody behind that you know of, like a,
There's like 3 that are in the lien collection process.
not bad given.
Less than 1%, we're 99%.
It's less than what it was last year at this time.
Yeah, we settled a lot of it, but there's still 1 or 2.
Yes, Madam Chairman, it might be worth our while to explain to people that maybe haven't been connected with us so much that we have held budget meetings all over, so that we've gone through this budget, like piece by piece. It's not just, we didn't just throw it on the table tonight and ask for a vote on it. Yeah, ask us to vote on it.
And we also had a couple of times at the manager meeting, I think 2 times that we did a budget workshop on top of the budget meeting for some of the people that wanted. And next year, if you want to get involved, the budget is kind of a cool thing. It sets up community for the following year. It's the plan for the following year. Hopefully it all works out.
And the more people that participate in that, the better it is, because it makes it a whole lot easier on Eric and I to try to throw this thing together by ourselves. So all the input you have, the questions you ask, it helps quite a bit.
Prior planning prevents poor performance. So,
Oh,
that was a lot of P's to get out. But, I heard that a while back and I thought, that is a really good phrase. I'm going to use it someday. I just got to use it. So, yeah, I would really encourage people to get involved in the budget process for sure. But all the committees that are out there, I know Sharon has had a lot coming to the landscaping committee. That's where you get the information. Instead of just asking, well, what's going on with this or what's going on with that, you come and you find out. And then you be the answer person. So before we go to the committee reports, I'm just going to share, I want to say, give greetings, holiday greetings, and a happy new year to everybody who's here, those who are watching on the video, etc. And on behalf of the entire board, I want to extend those greetings to everybody. In addition, we've appreciated all the efforts made by Eric, Lydia, and Bruce to make our little diamond in the rough here such a great place to live this year. And many have come back already and said how great the community is looking. So we're thrilled for that. We are working towards improving some things, one of them being the communication regarding work orders. So we are asking for cooperation and patience. The cooperation is so that we can better track the work orders, the timeliness of when they're getting done, getting information back out to you when your make your requests. And we're asking that you use the website. If you go onto the website, you can actually put your work order request in. It can be tracked in the office, but also you can look at it and you can see, you'll be notified when it's either in process or being completed. And sometimes the work orders aren't done for a specific reason. And it could just be Bruce had a lot of other things going on and it was assigned to him, but he just didn't get to it. Or maybe we don't have the material, or maybe we're waiting to get a couple similar items so that we can have it, if it takes an outside vendor, we can make sure that they come in and don't do just one at a time. So we're just asking for some patience in that. But
And sometimes the work orders are things that are, sorry to interrupt you, like totally off the wall, brand new things that somebody just had an idea. Sometimes those we're able to do, but sometimes we're not.
Right.
So you have to understand that.
every request you make doesn't necessarily mean that every request can be honored or completed. So your thoughts are always appreciated though. So yeah, we do like ideas. And if you're not computer savvy, it's okay to come down. Lydia can actually put that work order into the system for you then. And if you don't have access to the website right now, you can talk to Brian. He would be happy to get you set up. Sharon has also said if somebody needs to get set up on the computer, she's also happy to help you get onto front steps. Sorry. Yeah, front steps to make sure that everybody has that opportunity. The other thing I'm going to say is we're starting a new mantra here. And I've asked Eric to kind of start it too. I know I've kind of gotten on to Sharon because a lot of people ask her questions. Everybody wants to say, hey, can you get this done? Or I want this done, or I want that done. The new mantra is put in a work order. Okay? Don't depend on us to remember because you happen to see us. This man is always out and about, and you catch him on his golf cart and you say, hey, I want to do this and I want to do that. And he has a really good tendency of saying, okay. And then he goes on his merry way and he's forgotten about it. So I've asked Eric to say, please put in a work order. And that's what our new mantra is from now on. Let's get the work orders in so that we can actually track it and nobody forgets those things, okay? because you won't forget. When it's not done, you're not gonna forget. You can say, I told Eric, or I told Bruce, and, you know, that was maybe 3 weeks ago. So put the work order in. Don't depend on our memories. Something else that is coming up is developing a committee to review our current insurance policies and obtain some other quotes. So if you have insurance experience and would like to help in this area, please let Eric know, because this is going to be a really important committee, I think, this year coming up, so that as we are looking to build our budget, we have some other options possibly that we can be looking at. And as Eric said, since there's no other candidates for those 3 open board positions, we want to say thank you. I feel like you've kind of shown us that there's a sign of satisfaction with the board as it is, and so we look forward to another term of serving the community. And then I would like to personally thank my fellow board members for the cooperation and support that each of them have shown me during the year, sometimes taking responsibility for some matters that would have been mine, but I was prevented from handling them due to either my work schedule or caring for my husband and my mother. So I want to say thank you to each of you. It's been a pleasure working with you. When we get to the new business part, this is just a reminder, for the amended proposed budget, please remember that after the board does discuss, prior to the vote, you will have the opportunity to make comments or questions at that time, and only regarding the proposed budget, okay? Other comments will be given to you at the end with the open forum to discuss other items, just like it always is. So, and especially if you signed up to speak, you can talk about anything. But otherwise, we're going to ask that you stick to the items that were on the agenda. And then, as Eric said, the annual meeting is really important. We really need a good turnout. We need the proxies. Please make sure that you get the proxies in, but come. This is where you get informed about what's going on in your community, okay? Come, get educated, cooperate, participate. That's what we'd like to see, is a lot of people here at the annual meeting, as many as possible anyhow. So I look forward to seeing everybody then. So I just want to say thank you. Okay, committee reports. I know, Andy, you're probably biting at the bit.
I'm pleased to share an important update on the Comcast Xfinity fiber optic upgrade for our community. Fiber installation into the individual units is now officially complete. This major milestone means we are ready to move into the final phase of the project beginning in January. As part of this next phase, Comcast Xfinity will be mailing letters directly to residents with instructions on how to call and schedule their professional in-unit installation appointment. Please watch your mail closely for this notice, which should arrive shortly after the new year. To date, 20 residents are already connected to the new fiber system and are actively testing the service. We are happy to report that the system is performing exceptionally well. I have it, and it really is fast, I'll tell you. This project represents a significant upgrade to our community's communications infrastructure, providing faster and more reliable service and positioning us well for the future. I would also like to thank Eric, for coordinating this project and helping guide it to completion. I spent a lot of time with him working on this and can tell you that his efforts played an important role in keeping this complex project moving forward. Thank you to all our residents for your continued cooperation and patience throughout this process. Additional updates will be provided as we move forward with installations. Eric, thank you a lot. You really made the difference.
Helped me a lot. Andy helped me a lot, by the way. He was there. It's hard for me to stay and accompany the guys into every condo, and once Andy was there helping me, it made it a lot easier.
Good job. Thank you, Andy. You have a landscaping?
The only thing I have is that on January 14th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we have a landscaping committee scheduled. And at that time, we're going to have, I can't remember his name,
Bradley.
Bradley, but he's the honcho person, the big honcho person who oversees all of our landscaping. So if you have anything you'd like to say about landscaping, it would be a good time to come.
What was that, the 24th?
The 14th.
14th.
If I could just add, we had a meeting with them last month, Sharon and I, and it seems like after that meeting, they started to do a lot better. So we decided to just make these regularly scheduled things. So we'll make sure
And the timing is really good because the last meeting we talked about coming up with a 5-year plan of starting to replace some of the bushes that have really gotten old. And, you know, we can't do it all in 1 year, but at least we could start and have some kind of plan for it. So I know that the people on that committee were taking a look at that and going to give us some ideas. So we could talk to Brad about it.
His email sounded like he was really interested about
he
coming
really
too,
is
which is good.
interested.
He's not like, oh, what are they gonna say?
Yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah.
I figured that.
That's good. All right, thank you. Brian, anything on safety or the website we need to hear about?
The website committee met and discussed a few items. One of the concerns that was brought up is that currently the new enclosures for the dumpsters, evidently some of the doors are very close together when they close. And if someone goes into the dumpster to dispose of something and a wind blows the door shut, they may not be able to, and the post goes down, they may not be able to reach to get out. So the concern was just be very careful if you're going to the dumpster on a windy day. Make sure that you have the post in the ground and don't get locked into the dumpster. We're also looking at some alternative methods for making it safer so that if that happens, you can get out. We don't want to see anybody stuck in there for 2 hours.
Take your phone. Bring your phone.
Bring your phone, yeah.
Well, they.
There was also some concern expressed about the edging on the blacktop along the roadways when people are walking their dog or walking around the community and need to get off of the roadway to take care of their dog waste or get out of the way of oncoming traffic. The edging on the pavement is broken up in some spaces and somebody might get a twisted ankle if they're not careful. So be careful, and we're gonna investigate some ways possibly to improve some of the broken pavement along the roadways. We had an incident recently where a resident had invited a guest friend, someone to stay with them, and had to leave the residence and go to a hospital. And the invited guest decided that he lived there and he wasn't moving out. And Eric had some issues with the authorities, and they weren't able to evict him because he declared that as his residence. That situation has been resolved, but we want to urge everyone to be careful in terms of who you invite into your residence. And if it's a week-long guest, that's fine, but if you invite somebody to live with you forever, they may have a right to stay there forever.
And if it's somebody that you don't know very well, there are people that live to take advantage of senior citizens in that way. And want a free place to live, and apparently they have some level of rights just by saying that they live there. I mean, the declaration's him just saying it, but yeah, be careful, if you're gonna have people, visitors, make sure you know them, and
My wife looked at us.
There was There was also some concern expressed about the,
We can't hear you.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Speak into it.
hopefully that's better, No, I have a bad mic.
No, it's not. You gotta eat it.
Yeah, you have to talk right into it, yeah.
Yeah. The speed bumps on the streets, someone expressed some concern that you can't see them at night. And if people don't know where they are or watch out for them, they can't see them. They may need to be repainted. We might request some of our volunteers who did the touch-ups on a lot of our landscaping in the past may help to repaint those. And also there was some expression of the possibility of looking at some alternative speed bumps that don't have such a bump, but a hump, that they're designed for a specific speed, and if you go over them at 15 miles an hour, you don't have to brake, you don't have to stop, and it doesn't affect your vehicle. We're looking into the possibility of checking those out.
Making them softer doesn't help.
I think that was it from the safety committee.
maybe for the speed bumps, I don't know if they have some reflective paint.
Reflective paint.
Yeah, that would be really.
Reflective, yes.
That would be really good sign.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Or I noticed that there are posts beside the speed bumps.
Yes.
If we put some reflective tape around the posts, it may
We could do that too.
help.
I thought that's what the yellow poles are at
Yeah.
the speed
Well,
bumps.
the yellow poles are actually to make sure that people don't drive with half of their car in the grass and not be on the speed bump.
Oh,
But we could put some reflective
They're
tape
dual-
around the
dual
yellow
poles,
poles
absolutely.
to indicate the presence of the speed bump.
okay, sounds like a plan. Thank you. That was all website related, correct? Or safety, okay.
That was all safety. Website, we have not had any issues. If anyone has any concerns, please bring them to our attention. We don't have any actions that we need to take at this point. There is a couple of things that I did want to mention. Again, if there are classified ads out there for rental or for sale or any activity on the classified ads, if they're no longer available or they're taken care of, please let us know so we can get rid of those old classified ads.
Thank you. All right, then, I think we've got no other committee reports. Thank you, everybody. We will move into new business and have some discussion about the amended operating budget and operating and reserves budget. So,
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the amended 2026 operating and reserve budgets.
do I have a second so that we can discuss it? Okay, Debbie has seconded. All right, then let's open up. Anybody have some questions or anything they'd like to ask either Eric or Bill regarding this? You had a chance to take a look at it all?
The only question that I had in terms of the budget is maybe I'm stupid, but
That's not a question, is it?
The listing for the units on that proposal, does everyone know, are they in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, condo 2, condo 1?
I think most of the people know, but that's why, once we get this budget approved, we're gonna transfer this to a frequently asked question that lists it by address, so people can look at it and simply find their amount.
Yeah.
This budgeting format, we have to do this because it's the way they say we have to do it, but, we have another format, so I'll email that out. We'll update that tomorrow, and I'll email that out to everybody.
Can I remind people that we're not supposed to be like going back and forth during the meeting, but after we discuss this, we will let you ask any questions and talk, but it's hard to have people going back and forth, that's all. Okay, thank you.
Most of the questions that we probably would have asked, I tried to go over that in the treasurer's report, so, but if you got any additional questions, we'll try our best to get you an answer.
Do you have anything else, Brian?
No, I'm,
No, I know that's difficult. The way they have they coded them by
Yeah.
like the unit type they were when they were selling them. The names, so they have like V2, that's villa 2-bedroom, V3, that's villa 3-bedroom. Sure would be a lot better if they just put it by the address, or if everybody was the same even, that would be better to me. But that is what it is. But we'll send that out to everybody so you can cross-reference your address. The other way to tell is to look right next to 2026, it shows you the 2025 amount. So if you're paying one of those amounts, let's say if you're paying 1448, you're going to 1431.
Yeah, that's great. I'm gonna come back and, because I know we talked about this, but I just looked at it again. On the general liability,
Oh.
it was in
Yeah, that went up.
2025, it was 39, and yeah, it went up to
In
75.
2025, it was actually 85, but we the budget was set before it renewed. And the reason why it increased is because there was an injury here on the community 2 or 3 years ago, shortly after the hurricane. And somebody hurt themselves and they got an attorney, and our liability insurance ended up paying out a substantial claim. So that's why that went up. And that actually went up last year, but we weren't able to budget for it, so that came out of our kitty, the extra part. But we want to budget properly moving forward.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, but I know I looked at that a little bit.
And that person doesn't live here anymore. So.
They moved on, took the money and ran. Okay. I did not have any other questions myself on this, so yeah. Okay. All right, now before we vote, is there anybody that would like to have a comment or a question? If you do, you can come down to the mic.
Michelle, would you restate the motion?
The motion was to accept the amended, as Bill had mentioned it, the amended proposed budget for 2026.
The amended 2026 operating and reserve budgets.
Yes, I'm
The
sorry.
reserves is really what we worked in. But also on the maintenance fees, they came down, but.
Nobody? Okay. Well, I will entertain a motion to accept it.
Aye.
Aye.
On
I need a motion, you just need an acceptance.
Okay?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody against
All
it?
right.
No?
No?
Motion passes.
All right.
You got a budget.
Great. All right. Is there anything else that needs to come before the board before we go to the open forum? No? Okay. Who signed up to speak?
Skip?
For all the people coming down, October 1st, a new law went into effect for Lee County. All license plate covers are banned on the back of your plates. If they can't see the stain,
Speak into the microphone.
any part of it, the license plate covers are banned.
Only if they're
It was on the news, yeah.
state name or the registration.
They know better than.
They just had one of those this morning.
Can't cover up.
All right. Anybody else? Thanks, Skip.
Donna Gerasa.
Donna?
Take the mic to her.
Thank you. Okay, my name is Donna Girasso. I live on Blackberry. This may or may not be personal, or it may be something for the landscape committee. In front of my villa is this giant tree that is spewing acorns all over the place. We brush them out into the street, we get more within 2-3 hours. They are now hitting the gutters. They may be doing damage to the gutters. I don't know. I'm not climbing up there.
The people are killing the squirrels on the street, and that's why they're not going
We
after
had
the
five
acorns.
squirrels killed, you know that?
Oh, I understand that, and they should not be killing animals. But the bottom line is, it's, I spoke to the tree people when they were here, and they put mulch on top of all these acorns that are sitting in front of my house. The ones that we didn't brush off. And it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm just also worried that it does something to the gutters, because then there's gonna be a problem with the gutters. You know?
Yeah.
And they agreed with me that that one branch needs to be trimmed way back.
Well, we can have the landscapers look at it, so thank you.
Okay.
Barb Jacks.
Who said that?
Barbara's coming up, give it to Barb.
Barb Jacks, 9540 Green Cypress Lane. I just want to say, do a report for Social Club. We had a wonderful holiday party this past weekend. Jackie Tolles knocked it out of the park. Her entire committee worked tirelessly to make the event positive for everyone. If you came, there was something for everybody to do. We also had the menorah lighting, and we had Carol and Jerry and Donna lead us in the lighting. And for some reason, I don't know why it happened, but we usually light the nativity separately, but the lights went on and everybody left. There was no time really to do a prayer. They all went to their golf carts to get ready for the parade. Maybe I should have stopped people and said a few words, but I didn't. The golf cart parade wasn't as well attended as it was in years past. But the
Move your
people,
hand a little bit up on the microphone.
what?
Move your hand up, your hand. Yeah, like that.
There you go.
The people enjoyed, went the event. And we didn't do much singing along the way, but we sang before we took off. The other thing I want to thank is the people of the community for their generosity. We are now getting a second stage of lights put up because of donations given by people throughout the community. So we all tend to roll up our sleeves and donate when we need to. And that is very appreciative. The committee that handled that is doing a wonderful job with that. We have some events coming up. We have potluck this Saturday. We have the Christmas dinner. And we are offering again this year turkey and ham. However, the turkey we really want to reserve only for the people that have dietary restrictions. We only have one turkey. We have 3 hams. So please, if you can eat ham, please eat ham. If you can't, then you've got turkey coming.
The whole turkey?
There's a New Year,
You making a whole turkey or just turkey?
yeah, there's a whole turkey. So, I mean, there should be enough for everybody, but let the people that have dietary restrictions get it first. That's sort of what we did too with the holiday party. We invited those people that,
Barb, do you have someone that will cook another turkey? I'd be happy to donate one.
this, you're,
We're not gonna need a second turkey.
Okay.
Thank you. Though,
anyway, Jolene's in charge of all of that, so, you'd have to talk to her. New Year's Eve, we have, Mike Clean coming to play music. It starts at 8:30, ends at 12:30. It's $10 a person. And on the 4th, we have karaoke. On the 10th, we have a dance party. I don't have her name. What was her name?
Rebecca Zarati.
Rebecca Zarati. And that is $5, correct,
Yep.
Jolene? And then there's Wine and Wine on the 11th. And all events are going to be starting in January. People are coming back. And I just want to announce that I am not going to be on the board next year. I'm a better at a worker bee. So I will volunteer to help out whoever needs help. But for personal reasons, I am not going to return. Thank you.
Barb, I want to thank you from the community and on behalf of the board for the time that you have spent leading your group. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
That's all that's signed up.
Come on up.
Shannon Lightbody.
4705 Blackberry.
This might fall
Microphone.
under the
Microphone.
This might fall under the website, but it's something that I think that we need to start looking into in the future. I don't expect it to happen tomorrow, but I really think we need to get out of the stage of writing checks for the social club. I have talked to quite a few different people, and a lot of people don't even have checks anymore from their banks. And the only checks they end up writing are to the social club. So if that's just something that we could maybe look into or think of, I think it would be a good idea.
Maybe, you mean like a lot electronic payment or something?
Something that gets away from, something that gets away from putting paper checks. Go to your manager at the bank and ask for paper checks, and he kind of thinks you're a lot older than you are. So just something that we need to start thinking about.
Shannon, with the new bylaws, we wrote that you could either pay with check or cash. So either way they could pay. They don't necessarily have to write a check. Just make sure you put all your information if you're paying in cash on the envelope.
There probably is a way that we could put something on the flyer where people could pay it electronically and go to an account and transfer it to your bank account. But yeah, we'd have to look at that. So anyway, it won't be done by tomorrow, but by the end of the week, we'll have it.
Good suggestion though, Shannon, thank you. Anybody else?
I have one thing, Michelle. It came to mind when Barb was mentioning the golf cart parade. I don't know if any of you or all of you are aware, but there are a setup on the website for different groups in the community. Could be the golf cart owners, it could be the bags players, it could be the shuffleboard or the whatever group that you have. There is a site available for you on our Front Steps website where any messages, bulletins, or so forth can be sent out to those people. Currently, I looked several months ago at it. I haven't looked at it recently, but I think the golf cart owners group on the website only has 5 or 6 people who live in the community who have a golf cart. That just came to mind because of the golf carts. But if you have a group doesn't matter what it is. It could be your Bible study group, it could be your Mahjong group, whatever. If you want to use that for bulletins to send out to your group committees, it's there, it's available to be used.
Awesome.
And
Thank you.
Kathy, did you?
Kathy Williams, 9650 Green Cypress Lane. This is, can you hear me?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, just, yeah, kind of like.
You have to go like
Just
that.
sort of kiss it, okay.
Yeah.
Kathy Williams, 9650 Green Cypress Lane. This is regarding the work orders and just a comment, but I know I have no idea what constitutes a work order. However, if I put a work order in, I would like a response. If it says, we'll get back to you in a week, or we can't do this, whatever, but it sounds like I can be patient as heck, but I need to have communication. It works both ways.
That's a nice feature on the website, is you put a work order in and then we can put notes back of what's happening with it. if
Good
it's
to
something
know.
We're gonna be able to do, if it's not gonna be able to do.
Awesome.
So,
That's it. Then you answered everything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh,
I get responses back when I put a work order in.
yeah, yeah, I do too. Keep that it's in process or whatever.
Yeah.
Just a question for Brian.
Yeah, you have to go up to that.
Tina Glenn Windsor Club Circle.
Closer.
Closer. The groups thing, is that something you do or we can do it ourselves? Like we do the euchre. So is that something I can create or you have to create it for me?
The group we need to create and add the people. And if you want bulletins to be sent, you can contact myself or Lydia or Eric or one of the board members who has access to send out bulletins to that group. It needs to be a manager who sends out the bulletin and who creates the group.
Okay. And I wasn't clear on if you did it or we did it. So, all right.
But if for example, for your bridge group or your euchre group, if you have all of the names of the people who typically participate and a sudden change comes up, we're gonna play next Wednesday, we can put a bulletin out however far in advance that there will be this activity next Wednesday. But we just need to add the group and add the participants.
Does that have to be email or a phone number?
It's email, it's not a text. Now, we are looking into the possibility of doing some other things. That Front Steps has updated their system and we haven't totally looked into it, what's available. But right now, the bulletins are going out via email and not text.
Carol Redmore, 4661 Lakeside. We have a very active pickleball group here, and what we do is we manage it outside of Front Steps as an alternative. And it's no charge, it's called Team Reach. And you could, individuals go and they sign up, and as Patty, as some of the pickleball people could attest, someone will just send anyone who's a member, will say like, oh, who wants to play tomorrow at 9 a.m.? And then everyone responds on that, and it's very intuitive, it's quick, it's all text. So, and you don't, like someone like Ed Perez was the initial creator of the group, but once it's created and you go on and you add yourself, etc., you might, that's, I think, a little bit more proactive than like, oh, I'm going to know in advance that I'm going to need a bulletin to go out next week. We do this on the fly.
How do you get the Team Reach?
It's an app.
We do it for cornhole too. For bags, whatever.
I think maybe somebody needs to start a little committee and tell everybody how to do that sort of a thing.
Sounds like a good app.
It is.
All right, well, I believe we have covered everything. If there is nothing else, I am going to say let this meeting be adjourned. I did even first.
Show Tina.
Patrick's got to find the bag.
Well, one thing I think is
Thing about
And thank you for
I couldn't believe it though.
I told me I went, you're kidding.
Lydia figured out the word. That That's weird, huh? That's weird. I've heard, I've seen it before, yeah. I've seen that.
So they gotta do something. That's ridiculous.
She didn't know.